Hey everyone, this is Matt J. Doyle from TAP Interviews and Team Easyway. How are you all doing this beautiful day, especially here in LA? I'm even wearing my smiley face t-shirt and I'm here with the amazing, the wonderful, the talented, the bright futured Carolyn Carpenter. Carolyn, welcome to TAP Interviews.
Hi, thank you, Matt. It's wonderful to be back on again.
Yeah, absolutely. And I saw the update to your short bio, and it said that you just did a project with Lisa Kudrow from Friends. Could you elaborate a little bit about that, please, Carolyn?
Yes, that's correct. I did. So I was in a podcast called Jack and Lou: A Gangster Love Story, and it's based off of the St. Valentine's Day massacre that occurred in Chicago back in 1939 with Al Capone and basically all his cronies. And it follows the story of Jack, who was actually the person that they pinned responsibility for the St. Valentine's Day massacre on. And when he went to court, there was a woman that was his mistress. They called her the blonde alibi, and she stood up in court in 1939 in a day and time when extramarital affairs were not common, and if they were going on, certainly they were not very public. In front of major reporters and everything, because this is tied to Al Capone. She stood up in court and said he couldn't have done the St. Valentine's Day massacre because he was in bed with me and it was on Valentine's Day. It was interesting. The project actually was supposed to be a movie, and they had the team, the production team. It was produced by a group of students from USC, and they had to shift paths really quickly with COVID because suddenly it was going to be too cumbersome and expensive and all these other things to shoot, particularly a period piece during the winter lockdown that we had, like end of 2020, early 2021. So they turned it from a movie into a podcast. So I really, really admire the cast and crew of this project because they were able to pivot so quickly, rewrite the entire script to be, I believe it's 6 episodes of podcast. And then they hired a fantastic sound designer. They got Lisa Kudrow to come on board and play Lou. I play opposite her in the supporting role of Helen, who's Jack's wife. Um, and then coordinate recording everybody and all that for the podcast. So it was really, really interesting. So yeah, I do hear they're going to film the movie version of it this spring. So that's pretty exciting, and I'm happy for them on that. They are going to recast it, they were saying. So hopefully they'll at least let me audition for my role again. But yeah, it was a wonderful project and a really tenacious, dedicated team to work with.
Congratulations, Carolyn. That sounds absolutely amazing.
Thanks.
And it sounds like it was a great alibi.
Give me a good alibi for where I was on weekends during COVID, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, moving right along, I want to share some of your online sites.
Uh-huh.
The first one, yeah, sure. The first thing I want to do, though, is let the audience know that Carolyn and I worked on the other show that I have called The Artist Process on season 4, episode 7, or TV episode 8. And I just want to play a little bit of our scene to you now so you can see Carolyn's performance and my performance. So just bear with me while I share the screen. Can you see that okay?
I can.
Hello.
You sound different.
Can you hear that, Carolyn?
Yes, I can.
I'm sorry to bother at home. Do you have a minute to talk?
Sure. Who is it?
Veronica. From work?
Ah, yes, of course. Did they change your number too? I didn't recognize it just now.
Yeah, my phone got hacked again. Didn't you get my email with my new number?
Probably. Who knows? You know how frenzied head office get with their emails. Possibly got buried beneath the millions of messages regarding the misuse of office equipment. Some people never tire of photocopying their genitalia, it seems.
Yeah, I guess.
So there you go. Yeah. So if you want to watch it, please go to YouTube and type in Carolyn Carpenter and Matt J. Doyle, and that scene will come up. Or you can watch it on The Artist Process Season 4, Episode 7. So just type in The Artist Process Season S4E7, and it should come up. Well, that was great, Carolyn. It was awesome working with you on that, a very fun memory.
Absolutely.
And you did a great job. And now just moving right along, I want to share your websites with the audience. So just bear with me while I do that. The first one is your Facebook, and you have a page that they can go and like. There it is there. Carolyn Carpenter Actress, at Carolyn Carpenter Actress. And you can see her page there, and you can like it. And now I just want to share the next site with you guys. Carolyn Carpenter's IMDb. And you can see that she has the green light this week, so her star meter is going up, which is great. And you can see the shows that she's worked on. Lots of shows there. And you can see she's been on Tap interviews as well before and got a credit for that. And The Artist Process as well. Got a credit for that too. Good job, Carolyn.
Thank you, Matt.
You're welcome. Now I'll just move to your other websites, your personal and then your company website. The personal first. There we go. And you can see Carolyn's wonderful headshot there. She's represented by ASAP Talent Agency. And then the IMDb page is connected there. And then you can look at more of her headshots, the reels and clips. It's a beautiful website, Carolyn.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And also the resume. Do you mind if I play your acting reel?
I'm fine with it.
Okay, I'll just do that then. Thank you very much.
It's long though. It's like 5 minutes. Maybe just play like the first clip. That one on there is like the full thing.
All right, I'll play a little bit of it then.
Why don't you tell me a story?
Can you hear that?
Yes.
Oh, come on, sure you do.
Okay, one came across my desk today about a pink squirrel and his friend porcupine.
That sounds cute. I want to hear that one.
Like, shitty.
Okay. Will you just sit with me instead then?
That's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I just played. Yeah, if you want to see more, just go to Carolyn Carpenter's website and you can see the whole thing. Is it just carolyncarpenter.com?
CarolynCarpenterActress.com.
Carolyn Carpenter Actress.com. Okay, you guys got that? And then finally, I just want to share your entertainment website. So just bear with me, guys, while I do this. There we go. And what is the name of it, Carolyn?
This is Five Talent Entertainment. This is my production company. So in addition to acting, I'm also producer, and my business partner and I founded Five Talent Entertainment about 15 years ago. So this has our latest projects, then awards we've won, our movies, etc., information on us, everything that you want to know on here.
And it's just 5talententertainment.com, right?
Correct, yes. It works. I believe we've got a redirect. It works best if you type in the number 5, or you could type in FIVE and it should redirect you.
Okay, great. All right, well, so we've seen your sites that you have on the internet, your IMDb page, your Facebook, your personal website, your company website, and then the YouTube video of you on the artist process. Well, I think you have an exciting future, that's for sure, Carolyn.
Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it.
And any other projects that you've been working on before the one with Lisa Kudrow from Friends?
No, I think the last one before that was the artist process when we shot that. I think we shot that shortly before the Jack and Lou podcast started going. I was associate producer on another film called The Neighbor. I think that is still in post-production right now. So I believe they're going to launch it. It's a horror film. So I believe they're going to launch that coming up here in October, right around Halloween time, though don't quote me on that because I'm not for sure. I'm kind of out of that piece of the process. But yeah, those have been the two big projects, and hoping to have more exciting stuff coming up between now and the end of the year and into the new year for sure. So yeah, my latest work is Jack and Lou, so you can check that out on Apple Podcasts, like iTunes, and then Spotify. Pretty much anywhere where podcasts are, that's Jack and Lou podcast. And the actor's process or the artist process are Two Ships Crashing. See, you saw that one. Those are the two latest works. So check them out. Did
you say you were in a horror movie?
Oh, no, I helped produce it.
Oh, you helped produce it? Oh, can you tell us a little bit more about it, please?
It's called The Neighbor, and it's basically about think weird science meets horror movie is my understanding of it. So think a woman moves in next door who's a little bit older and attractive, and there's two teenage guys that live in the house on the other side of her, and they're trying to get her attention, and then the plot kind of thickens from there. So I haven't seen any recent cuts of it or anything, so I don't have a whole lot of information on it at this point, but hoping that they'll be able to complete post on that soon.
Awesome. So how was that, being involved with that?
I really, honestly, I wasn't overly involved with that one. I just pretty much gave them money to get it done. What ended up happening is my production company is a SAG signatory production company. And in order for us to produce the projects that we had slated for 2020, 2021, and 2022, we would have to pay for all the COVID compliance. So COVID compliance officer, on-set COVID team, et cetera. Sadly, we're just too small. We don't have the budgets to accommodate that sort of thing. And we were kind of at the end of 2020, we were looking at, what do we do? Do we try to produce stuff like the artist process that's mostly internet based, or do we keep these ideas and projects that we already had in the works and were in pre-production and planning and do them after COVID? And we decided to hold off and wait until after COVID. I think had we known COVID would still be going on a year and a half after the initial lockdown, that decision might have been different. But long story short, we did have money that was part of our budget that we needed to spend. So instead of holding on to the money and letting it get absorbed into our funds, we still wanted to show that we were working, we were active, we were in the entertainment industry. So we dedicated that money to helping other producers who were close to having the funds to be able to do filming and afford the PPE, or beginning filmmakers that were doing online stuff, we were donating that money to, or contributing that money to those projects through like seed and spark funds, to help get those projects up off the ground and, expand our network and meet new producers and new cast and crew, virtually through this. So that was how I got involved in The Neighbor. Was a girl that I had known for a few years was producing something and sent an invite on Facebook. Hey, I'm looking for funding for this, trying to shoot, even though it's COVID and we need the additional money to pay for our PP&E, but we have the rest of our production expenses covered. So we kicked them some money for it, and it helped us stay in the scene and stay producing without everybody out there trying to figure out how to tap their investment pool for all this additional money we were going to need to cover COVID costs.
Awesome. Very well done. So I just wanted to reach out to you now and ask you to let the new artists that are coming into the industry today know how do you prepare for the roles, the acting roles?
Oh, I like that question. It's a great question. Preparation, I think, is unique for everybody. For me personally, I do a lot of research before I prepare for any roles. And that's a reason I love historical fiction pieces. The Jack and Lou podcast being one of them. I did Diary of Anne Frank in theater when I was younger. If it's not a historical character that I can actually get books at the library and read up on their life and stuff, I'll watch. If I'm playing a plumber, I'll learn an awful lot about plumbing and do my internet research and talk to friends who are plumbers. And for Evenings Under the Influence, the clip in my reel that Matt played, I was playing a cocaine addict. So I did a lot of work researching cocaine addiction and cocaine abuse and what that does to people. I actually had a few friends that had struggled with cocaine addiction and talked to them about their personal experiences and had them give advice on, behaviors and tendencies and okay, if I at this point in my high, how would I be behaving? So I think research is so essential as an actor. If you want to act, you really need to love research, because everything in life, every character that you play ties back to something in life. And if you don't have those personal life experiences, you need to go out and learn about them so that you can bring a sense of realism to your performance. I think the other thing, my acting coach, Chris Game, who is phenomenal, by the way, he tells us, he says, if you can't tie a circumstance or a situation or an emotional response in a script to something immediate in your life, back it all the way up to the womb. And so do your own personal digging and, come back with, we had to do a scene the other night that was a serial killer. And he's like, where was that point in your life where someone rejected you or someone gave you this sense of anger or revenge or sadness or whatever it was that drove you to almost the brink of madness of I wish they were, whether you wanted to kill them or wanted them gone, I wish they weren't here anymore. So, trying to use your own personal experience too. I do that as well.
Wow, that's some great advice and insight. Thank you very much, Carolyn.
No problem.
Well, it's been wonderful chatting with you today, catching up on what you're doing. Congratulations again on the project with Lisa Kudrow from Friends. She's extremely famous and such a great actor or actress. And I really enjoyed her as Phoebe on Friends, right?
Yes, she was. Yeah, yeah, I didn't get to work with her directly, unfortunately, because it got turned into a podcast, we each recorded our own individual roles with the director and then sent them in. I think the guy that played Jack McGurn, the main character, the Jack, I think he got to do a few scenes with her, but I didn't, unfortunately. But, she was just a gem to have stepped in and done the project with us. And helped to get the exposure it needed once it got turned into a podcast. So it was really exciting to be a part of that with her and the rest of the team and the cast and crew.
Absolutely, and we'll keep our eyes and ears open for that one.
Excellent. All right.
All right, well, it was great to chat to you today. I just wanted to thank our sponsor, EasywayWall.com, EasywayNetwork.com, EasywayLiveEvents.com, and EasywayMobile.com. just want to let you guys know that if you want to watch tap interviews and the artist process, you can watch it on the Easy Way TV network, including Roku. If you want to download the app to your cell phone, just go to the Google Play or the App Store and type in Easy Way Network, and it is verified. You can download it, and you can watch us plus other shows on there. And I'm sure there's going to be many more coming on in the future as well, including movies. So do that. Also, keep your eyes and ears open for the Easy Way Experience After Effect event. It's the follow-up to the original Easy Way Experience. That is coming up. Simply just go to Easy Way, EZWAY, X, letter X, and then Perience, PERIENC.com, and you can find out more about it. Thank you guys for letting me get that out. Thank you, Carolyn. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show today. And when you're free, I would love to have you back on the artist process to do another scene.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. I'd love to. Thank you, Matt.
You are welcome. And once again, thanks for being on the show today. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend and you have an exciting future. You have a great look. You have a great attitude. And we're wishing you the best and hoping for the best for you and for us as well.
Absolutely. Wishing for the best for you too, Matt, and for the artist process and tap interviews. Thank you so much for having me on again.
You're welcome, Carolyn. It was an absolute pleasure, and thank you for coming on. And again, wishing you all the best, and goodbye to everybody.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.